Hello everyone, I'm Ariris. Today I'm going to talk about Detective Conan. Today I'm going to discuss about Detective Conan's 26th movie. The trailer that was released at the conclusion of movie 25 is where we first learn about movie 26. After seeing several bubbles on the screen, Jin's voice can be heard. I wanted to meet you again, Sherry. The teaser had an ocean underwater feeling to it. Therefore, it is assumed that the movie may have a connection to the ocean. For those who don't know, every week, Aoyama Gasho uses a game to introduce the main characters that will appear in the movie. Let's first look at these characters that have been revealed. Sadly, I was unable to include in-game footage in the video. But they are currently in this position. It seems that they are split between Conan's side and the organization side. I'll talk about the font colors later. To be honest, I'm really looking forward to this movie. And on what has been revealed thus far, I have a lot of questions. Let's analyze them individually. How many persons will be on the main cast and who will be added? Right now, I think there are two possibilities. Either one new main cast member or 3 new main cast members will be added. If a person is added, I think Korn will be added to the organization side. If 3 people are added, one is added to the Conan side and the other to the organization side. I think Korn and Rom will be added to the organization side. But, to be honest, it's difficult to guess who will join Conan's side. On the Conan side, the people I didn't expect to see as the main cast were announced. However, I think Kudo Yusaku can be added to Conan's side if Rom is added to the organization side. If we think of someone else besides Kudo Yusaku, we might consider Wakasa Rumi. Where will the movie be set? I think it will take place near ocean because of the first trailer. Mermaid's Curse case comes to mind when I think of ocean, Shiho, and Jin. Aoyama-sensei had this to say about it in an interview. In the mermaid case, the name Shiho Miyano was shown among the guest list, then Conan thought to himself she doesn't look like the type to pursue eternal life and youth. Was that some kind of foreshadowing? It was. I'm honestly not sure if this will be shown in the movie, though. Because, as you know, not all of the Detective Conan movies can be considered canon, but I think there is a connection between movies and manga. We also know that he took part in the production of the film. He talked about this in an interview he gave recently. I prepared a video about that interview, you can watch it here. Colors and settings. While the main cast was introduced, each character's face was framed by a color. I honestly have no idea how to explain this, but if you've seen the original photos, you get what I mean. Jin and Akai, for example, are both red. I therefore thought that Jin and Akai might battle. It might not include hand-to-hand combat, but rather something like a sniper. Or Kir and Ran are both purple. Therefore, I think they could have a talk about Iso Kondu. Also, Haibara and Bourbon have the same color. As you know, the organization believes Bourbon murdered Sherry, we may see something about that. Agasa and Conan are both yellow, though. This piqued my interest, but I have no idea what it is about. Do you have any guesses about this? The photographs are interesting not only for their colors but also for their settings. Vermouth versus Haibara, Akai versus Bourbon, and Conan versus Jin. They seem to be facing their rivals. When you consider it that way, you wonder if other characters' situations were handled similarly. Both Ran and Kir are purple, and they are located face to face. Will they become rivals or anything else in the movie? I told them that they could talk about Iso Kondu, but does Ran know that Isuk is Kir's sibling? Should I rather ask if she is sure about that? Perhaps Ran will ensure that Isuk is Kir's brother in the 26th movie. But to be completely honest, I was unable to connect the other ones. Did you find a connection? Shiratori. Honestly, I did not expect to see Shiratori as the main cast. Shiratori is close with two ROM suspects. Hayu Kuroda and Wakasa Rumi are those people. It might be connected to them in some way. Sato. Sato is one of the main characters I did not expect to see. In chapter 1082 of the manga, a murder takes place right on the border of Gunma and Nagano Prefecture. Gunma Prefecture Police Misao Yamamura and Nagano Prefecture Police Kansuki Yamato, Yui Ohara, Takaaki Morofushi are on their way to the scene. Yui and Kansuki say they met Yamamura while investigating the serial killings that also took place in Tokyo and other prefectures. Which is clearly what occurred in the movie 13. Matsumoto was kidnapped and replaced by Irish in disguise in movie 13. Sato became aware of this. Aside from that, she suspected that other power was at work throughout the movie. The organization was the other power Sato was referring to. She was unable to provide any evidence, though. Perhaps this is mentioned in movie 26. She also has a link to Bourbon in some way. She may remember that Bourbon was a police officer. As I said before, I am very excited about this movie. So what do you think about the movie? Please share your views with me in the comments. That's it for today. Thanks for watching the video till the end.